But anyway, I had a bit of a problem with YouTube, and I had to delete my channel. I wasn't forced to; it was voluntary.
Oh, was that like in the last couple days or something?
Yeah, I done it 2 days ago.
Wow,
Wait,
okay.
whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
know
what was
that.
Okay, well, I guess maybe...
Were you getting harassed or something?
Well, yeah, this is why I wanted to come on, because I thought we could share the stories. You tell me your story, I'll tell you mine.
I'd love to hear about this.
Yeah, and they basically made it impossible to work for... They basically made it... YouTube made it impossible to promote Bernie and progressive politics. They made it so frustrating, and they blocked... There was so much obstruction that you literally had to quit. Because this is the thing. It doesn't have to be intentional. We can just look at the effects.
I don't know why you would take the copy, baby, when you can have the original.
Create a group DM. Join call. Hold on one.
Hello there.
Hello. Are we all here?
Right, okay, hold on. I'm going to need to mute my Twitch channel.
Oh, I forgot you have a fantastic accent. This is great. We're going to have a good time.
How you guys doing? All right?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing pretty well.
Not
I
bad.
feel like a lot of people in the chat are probably already have an idea for who we are, but let's all do introductions really quick, everybody. Hi, I'm theorypleeb. Dave. You can call me any of those things. Fantastic. I use they, them pronouns. And this is my channel, Copy Pasta Agitprop, that has been built basically in lieu of what? In lieu of my termination from YouTube. Yeah. And I've got to turn my camera on somehow, because here I am talking to the camera and no one can see me. Hi. So that's me, and welcome. And I was just showing off my friend's blog down here on the screen. This is The Dangerous Maybe. He will be joining us tomorrow, 2 hours into the show, to talk about Bordeaux, which is something I'm just pretty stoked about. So, yeah. But anyway, DootSnaps, want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm DootSnaps. I do DootSnaps on Twitch and YouTube. I stream Minecraft art, anything else I want on Twitch and on YouTube. I'm working on some, just reading some old propaganda shit mainly right now, and I'm also they them. Yeah, there you go. I'm running the Minecraft server too, so if you're on that.
So if you want in on that, get on Discord. Make sure to, befriend DootSnaps if you want into the Minecraft server. And then 27, you want to introduce yourself. We met because we raided you recently, and someone who was cool, obviously, told us to do it.
I think I recommended that actually.
You're the cool one.
It was DootSnaps, because I went and checked it out. I wanted to see what you guys were saying before you came in and raided me, because I had no clue how you even found me. So
yeah,
obviously,
I don't remember who somebody else that I watch had raided you at some point. Right. And so that's how I found out about you.
SBTV maybe?
I'm not sure.
Or Canadian Populist Left maybe?
No, but I have heard of them.
Are you gonna turn your camera on so we can see?
It was a while ago.
I've not bothered with my camera. It's a bit of a chore to set it all up, so I just put the mic on because it was quick.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Cool. I mean, if I had been streaming earlier, yeah, I would have left it on, but I just did it for quickness.
Cool. So what time is it where you're at?
2:44.
In the morning?
Yeah.
So do you typically Twitch late?
Yeah. Basically, well, I'll just introduce myself anyway. My name's David, aka $27. I'm from Glasgow, Scotland. I do YouTube videos. That's where I started. Doing kind of political compilations, Bernie crap. Love Bernie. Love me some Bernie. Very interested in US politics for the last 5 years. Not even that much interested in UK politics, to be honest. So yeah, I do like Bernie ads. And I do, I'm trying to create a genre. Basically, I'm trying to create this genre of basically calling it PMV, political music videos.
I love that.
I've been doing I kind of put it in the title of all the videos. I'm trying to see if it'll catch on, but I'd need to try and get some views first. But anyway, I had a bit of a problem with YouTube, and I had to delete my channel. I wasn't forced to; it was voluntary.
Oh, was that like in the last couple days or something?
Yeah, I done it 2 days ago.
Wow, okay.
What was that? Okay, well, I guess maybe...
Were you getting harassed or something?
Well, yeah, this is why I wanted to come on, because I thought we could share the stories. You tell me your story, I'll tell you mine.
I'd love to hear about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, long story short, basically, I started in January 2017 after Trump got in. I actually watched a Jonathan Pye video. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a UK satirical journalist, like he's a comedian. So his skit is that he stands in front of the camera with the earpiece and he does the kind of newsreader thing. And he'd be like, right, so I'll see you later from Jonathan Pye. And then when it stops, he then like, oh, it's fucking cold today, eh? And it's like he's talking to the camera guy, and then he starts talking about what they've been talking about politics, and he makes jokes. He's really, really good, right?
That's funny.
Well, anyway, he did this viral video just after Trump. The day after Trump got elected, he did this video basically blaming the left. And there's a lot of details in the video, but he was right in everything he was saying. He even mentioned Bernie. But the thing that he said at the end that really got me was, if you want to not have Trump, all you have to do is do something, anything. Doesn't matter how small it is, just be bothered to do something. So literally like an hour later, I had a YouTube channel and I had my first video up, and it was basically the Bernie announcing in 2015. That was my first video, just a clip of that. And then I moved on to doing clips of Jon Stewart, clips of Russell Brand. I did just people I liked that I thought were coming at things from a kind of lefty perspective.
I love that.
You would get the odd copyright claim.
Right.
Now, I have to stress something really important. Every time you get a copyright claim,
Appeal it.
not a strike, a claim, it would say in the email, hey, don't worry, you've done nothing wrong. It's just some of your video is owned by someone else. Keep the video up, but the money from the, if you are monetized, they'll say the money from any of the views will go to that channel or that person. You think, right, cool, no problem.
Right.
So that happens basically every single time, right? So bear that in mind. Fast forward maybe 6 months, I start doing some West Wing videos. I quite enjoyed watching the TV show The West Wing. It's very centrist in my opinion now.
Yeah, it is.
But a few years ago, I thought it was pretty progressive, and I was at the start of my journey, so I didn't know any better. But there were some progressive scenes for sure. Even now, I would admit there's some progressive scenes when they talk about education and healthcare and all that. So I made
a lot of liberals really like that show here. So
so I made a compilation. Oh, you haven't? I would recommend
I've seen
it.
clips, but I do want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly shows you the guts of the government. The inner workings of a government.
Wait, which one is it again?
The West Wing.
There's West Wing, and then there's House of Cards, and then there's like two other ones that are politics ones that everyone's always talking about that I haven't seen, and I'm just over here like Game of Thrones is the most important politics one.
Yeah. No, I think there's another one called
Lady Bad.
Yeah, Dragon Lady.
Madam Secretary and Veep are the other two. I think you're talking about Madam Secretary and Veep.
Oh, is
that the two?
That's not the ones I was thinking of actually.
There are a bunch of
them. Right.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, but West Wing is definitely one of the big ones. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was the 90s, and no, it was early 2000s actually, and like 9/11 gets involved in it, and Bin Laden is involved in it. It's through that whole time frame, but yeah, it's a great show. But anyway, I did a compilation on that, and it went big, like it went super big. When I deleted it, it had 800,000 views, so it had done really well. It was maybe up for about a year.
800,000 views.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All the West Wing videos I had were like 500,000 minimum. If you typed West Wing on YouTube 2 years ago, the top video would be my video, and there would be like 9 other of my videos on the first page. So I was my channel was the West Wing channel for quite a while. But yeah, when we fast forward again, I started, AOC comes into the picture, and I love AOC, so I made a few videos of her, and they went big as well. 250,000 in a week, and these were monetized videos. These videos actually made me a bit of money.
You made money, huh? How many people did you have on your channel?
I did. 4,120 was the biggest I got to.
Okay, wow. So you're okay, because I got to 3,000, but I never had like subs, and I never had close to that many views. My most views was something like, it was like the Richard Wolf one, probably, like it had a lot of views or something, but like my most viewed video was like 6,000. It wasn't very big.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I got pretty lucky with these West Wing videos. I didn't even like, because what I do now to promote my videos is I'll throw them around Reddit, but I didn't even know about Reddit back then. So this was, I think, just maybe just some people found them, West Wing fans, and maybe shared them on like message boards, maybe.
Reddit's
and
not good for
I don't
self-promotion
know.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
At least in my mind.
So, no, because you do get some mods that will come in and say, "Get to fuck, I'm deleting this."
Yeah,
You know,
they don't
and
like
you're
it,
what?
you know, yeah. And it's just annoying, you know,
come on.
because it's like, well, we're all forced to have to self-promote, and then you go and you try to self-promote, and Jimquisition's like, get the fuck out of here. All right, well,
Yeah.
sorry, guy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have had some subreddits that have done me good with the odd video. But yeah. But anyway, the AOC was an interesting story because I put a video up of her, and what it basically was her first week in Congress, how she did. And I think I titled it something like AOC crushes it in her first week. You know, that
Yeah.
it's a bit of a meme using that kind of title now, but it wasn't as much of a meme 2 years ago. But anyway,
Well, and that means you were part of that propaganda war, which is like, thank you. You've done a
Absolutely.
damn good job. You've done a damn... Hold on. Clapping. Let's get some clapping up in here, all right? Well, this one's also got a baby making noises, apparently. There we go. Well.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you can't hear it because...
no,
that might be
I've
TOS.
muted my Twitch. Yeah, I've muted my Twitch because there's an echo. I'm just hearing you guys through Discord.
Gotcha. So y'all couldn't hear what I was playing, but the people in the chat could, so...
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
So one of the tricks that I did with the AOC video, you might like this. I found out I found out just before I put this video up, and this was maybe, well, it would have been June 2018, so that's how long ago it was, that basically comments is what drives your content on YouTube. If you've got a lot of comments, it doesn't really matter what's happening with likes and dislikes, comments is the main thing. And I don't just mean individual comments, I mean comments that have got replies and lots of replies.
Oh, yeah. That's the most important thing.
That really, yeah. So the first racist comment that I got on the AOC video, I pinned it. I pinned it to the top. You know, I thought, right, guys, let's pile in.
Totally.
And they did. Yeah, they did. And then once that kind of quietened down, I'd go looking for another one, and I'd find it was very, very easy to find. So yeah, I would put some stupid comment up, pin it, and
are you telling me
it ended up...
Did they go after you because you were pinning racist stuff?
No, that never happened. No,
Okay.
No, it was by the end up the channel got the video got like 13,000 comments, which to me was just crazy. I mean, no other video had even came close to. I don't even think any of my other videos had more than like. I think maybe some of the West Wing ones had like 5,000 comments, but all my other videos were like 200-300 at most. So yeah, this was something that was making me think, I see a little technique to make some money here.
Totally.
So
I mean, if you can do that, just make it propaganda. Hell yeah.
But the thing is, it's occasionally you'd put a video up, get a copyright claim, and I would just decide there and then whether to leave the video up. And most of the time I would just leave it up because I'm happy for people to get the information that's in the video. And I'm also happy to support the people who have copyright claimed it because it is their work and that's fine. So yeah, then I started making some, like, I wanted to get more creative. So I started making like ads for Bernie. I think at the moment I've got about 15 that I've made. There's only maybe 2 up just now on my new YouTube channel. But I'm going to slowly release them over time because I don't think these videos are problems. But anyway, I'm kind of skipping ahead.
Side note, some of the first video editing I did was actually fucking around on iMovie to make a Bernie video for Boise because we shut the streets down for Bernie and I was a delegate that year. So 2016 was pretty
Where was this? Boise, Idaho, is that right?
Yeah. We shut the streets down.
Okay.
So it's a red state, you know, but we shut the streets down. We had a 3-hour line, 5-hour line, I forget. It was really long line. And it was funny. They put all the caucusing in the same fucking arena, right? And so all of the caucuses that would have normally met at schools and, you know, seniors centers and all this stuff, they're all congregating in this giant arena. And they had the whole stadium like divided between Bernie side, Hillary side. and they had
no.
to keep moving the ropes over for the Hillary side until they were like this little tiny like group. I'm serious. It was like
That's amazing.
The Bernie side fucking filled this whole stadium. We didn't ever the voting at that after that point. It was just all performative and people were just like stomping. Douche, douche, douche.
That's
it was
great.
fucking wild. Yeah, and then he came like a week later, and everyone shut the city down again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been saying to my guys, my community, I've been saying if he gets the nomination, I'm coming over.
Fuck yeah.
For the inauguration.
Well, what about Jeremy Corbyn?
What's that?
On your side of the pond.
I want him to be the UK Prime Minister, but I don't want to be in the UK.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I was actually watching a video last night on my channel. It's like a minute long, and it's someone asks him about the independence movement in Scotland, and he says he doesn't support it, and he never will.
Oh,
and he never
really?
And he never has.
I had no idea about that.
The thing is, I get it, right? And I'm nuanced enough to know he cannot really come out, even if he did support it, he can't come out and say he does. But I do actually think he doesn't.
Really?
But even if he did, he wouldn't be able to say it. He's got 50 odd million, people in England, and he's got 5-6 million in Scotland. So he's got to look at it from that angle. But I'd rather not be in the UK anyway. I'd rather have nothing to do with it. They can get on with it, and we can be autonomous. No problem at all.
I mean, that's how I feel about the U.S. right now. Except that I love the land. I love the people.
Mm-hmm.
There's things about the structures here that I don't like, and I have traveled abroad, and I understand there's a lot of pros and cons. But right now, just with the kinds of pros and the kinds of cons I'm thinking about, like, I'm thinking I'd be more useful elsewhere. I'd be more appreciated elsewhere. And I have skills to offer, and I just want to teach. And, I just feel like Americans...
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I think you've got to go...
Americans are too fucking busy to teach. They straight up are. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Your country is the country that needs the biggest amount of help right now. I think right now, America, and this has got nothing to do with the military, right? Nothing to do with that. I just mean in every way, shape, or form, America is the most dangerous country. It's the most dangerous empire that has ever existed on this planet.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree.
And I know that might sound hyperbolic to some people, but if you really look into if you look into the structures that are in place right now and the way, look how fucking ridiculous it is when you've got a law that says when it comes to Medicare, the government cannot negotiate with pharmaceutical companies. They make the prices and the government just have to pay it. That's written into law. What kind of backward ass shit is?
It's wild.
Is that? So yeah. So not just dangerous, I don't mean in the world stage. I mean for their own population.
Yeah.
America is just crushing its own population. There's a term I use all the time. I keep saying it. You're getting ripped, just getting ripped to shreds in every way possible. So yeah, that's why I'm so interested in it. I feel like I guess it's. The thing that drew me into it was, I guess, the drama of it and the political intrigue, and it's a lot more exciting, the American politics, than the UK politics, for example. But
it's just the heart of the empire right now.
It's depressing at the same time. It's really depressing.
It is depressing. So anyway, but that was kind of an aside that I went off on from your story. So
yeah, that's okay. So where was I? Right. So I started making these kind of political music videos. I've made ones for people like Bernie, Cornel West, Richard Wolff, Abby Martin, Peter Joseph, who's the Zeitgeist guy. He actually shared that himself on Twitter, Facebook.
I love it when that happens, right? When you make...
I couldn't believe it.
Nick Cernik shared one of my videos that I made on platform capitalism, and I was just kind of I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, you do get a bit, I sent him a message on Twitter. He followed me on Twitter as well. So I sent him a message on Twitter saying, hey, thanks so much for sharing the video. Can't believe it. It's amazing. He never replied. So, I get it. I guess he's keeping himself aloof or whatever, but, or elusive might be another word.
Well,
but,
okay, if it's been less than a month, then that doesn't count. But if it's been a few months, then that counts, so... Yeah, then you've not been responded to. And that is always kind of interesting, right? It's like, do you just you don't see me as a fellow creator, as a peer. You see me as a fan. Okay, you see me as a fan. I get it.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're probably very sought after. People probably annoy you all the time.
Yeah, but do you know the thing? See, it's very strange. There's a thing I always do. Well, I don't always do it, but there's a thing that I sometimes do. As soon as I knew that he'd seen it, I rewatched it, but like thinking about it from his perspective now. So I'm watching it and kind of imagining what it must have been like for him to watch this for the first time. And I did actually after it think, no wonder he liked that, because I used all his best bits, you know, the things that people don't always use when they're talking about him, but the stuff that I know he thinks is important. It's not necessarily the sexy stuff. So I think it was
you said
interesting.
sexy stuff, right?
I did,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, don't you know?
No, because I also thought you might have said the sexist stuff, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh.
So I was
right, no problem.
not necessarily the sexist stuff.
Yeah. So then what happened was I started wanting to get involved myself, me, David. So I bought a mic first. This mic that I'm using right now. I've got a Yeti. I've had it for a while, spent a bit of money on it. And I did streaming on YouTube for a while. And then I got a camera eventually. And I think I only got 2 streams on YouTube before I got a stream ban. Now, this is where the story starts getting interesting.
So wait, this was recently?
Well, this was about 7 months ago. Whenever the Bernie town hall, the CNN town hall was, I think it was about seven.
Was that the Fox one?
But so was a few other people. What's his face? Jordan Chariton. Do you know him?
No.
Status Quo, his channel's called on YouTube. He's a former. He was the guy that found Donna Brazil's emails about sending the questions to Hillary Clinton.
I don't know what any of that was. What?
Yeah.
The
questions to the
I remember
debate.
that.
Yeah, he's the guy that found that. He worked for TYT at the time. He was he was a good part of TYT, right? But then
Before the dark times.
Well, yeah, then he ended up in some Me Too story where an intern accused them of some stuff, and then it turned out they were all lying, and it was a smear thing. And then there was like, well, yeah, but you maybe shouldn't, because it was like consensual. But then it was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have been banging your intern anyway. And TYT kind of were like, right, okay, bye. So he went, but he started his own channel. So anyway, I digress. That night he was streaming that. He got a ban as well. I think there was a couple other kind of mid channels that streamed it. I know Majority Report streamed it, but then they stopped. And I don't know if someone maybe gave them a heads up. But I got a 3-month live stream ban and a 1-month demonetization.
Oh my fucking god! From Fox?
Now,
well,
from CNN.
Oh, from CNN. Oh, that town hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wait the month. I reapply. I didn't know I'd have to reapply. I thought just after a month it would just switch back on. But no, you have to reapply. So I reapplied, and within a few days I got a decline saying you use too much of other people's content.
Whoa! What?
Yeah. So
too many copyright claims? They can do that to you?
Yeah.
That's just automated. They put fucking copyright claims on things, and then I have to appeal it, and then they almost always grant the appeal, but like 1 out of 5 stays on. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
They hold that shit
Exactly
against you? That's bullshit.
Yep. Even the numbers you're saying sound right to me as well. For it was about any time I appealed stuff, you would get maybe 4 out of 5 back. But yeah, there was some. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did have quite a few, like all the West Wing stuff. It's funny, right? All the West Wing videos were the ones that got all the views, right? But there was one West Wing video that slipped through the cracks and it never got a copyright claim. And I think it was maybe because of my title, because I called it Progressive West Wing Clips. So, and in it, there were like 6 clips of like a progressive conversation. So I don't know if it maybe somehow skipped it because it's seen it as maybe, I don't know, I've kind of changed it and gave it a theme, I don't know. But anyway, it got through, so it always made a little bit of money because it was getting like this one video would get like 2,500 a day. But yeah, I was like a kind of 15K a day kind of channel. That's kind of how many views I was getting. I would say
wild.
about 12.
That's wild.
Yeah, but
me.
The thing is though, 12 to 13K of those 15 would be going to the West Wing stuff.
Okay.
And maybe 1,500 would be coming to me and my Bernie stuff.
I need to watch West Wing and start doing video essays about, hey, you want to talk about Nietzsche? Well, we're going to talk about West Wing.
Yeah, well, you would be a
big
good centrist essay, that's for sure.
I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody who said like they had a ton of like Minecraft tutorials or something on their channel, and like they were another leftist type person, and they were getting like thousands and thousands of views on Minecraft tutorials from like years ago on their channel, but not on their new videos.
By the way, Key to the Field says maybe we can take down a huge corporation's YouTube channel by spamming copyright claims, LOL, even if they're invalid. And then River Ransom clarified, because this is a very important clarification, in Minecraft. We'll do it in Minecraft.
Oh, of course, of course.
Do you know anything about Content ID?
No, let's talk about that.
Oh, like the automatic.
Is that how the songs do their thing?
Yeah, I believe, and people can correct me, I'm not 100%, but I believe what's going on in there is it's a company that you register with. They then download all of your shit, and then the algorithm that it uses can just sit and listen and wait. And if it gets uploaded, it'll hear it, and it'll then instantly give you a copyright claim on it.
Okay.
Now, I'll give you one of the most famous channels for doing this, Joe Rogan. Now, most videos, if you use less than 30 seconds of like anything that's like an hour long or half an hour long, you're going to be fine. But that all changed kind of just maybe about a year ago, and I think it was well, certainly on the Joe Rogan channel, you could literally use 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And you'd get a Content ID claim
Everyone
on it.
started
You would
saying
appeal it.
Best practices is 3 seconds now, and it's like, so almost I learned how to make things out of using lots of different 3 seconds from different things and mixing them, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, kind of just like, this is one of the ways that capitalism is shaping the fucking content, y'all. This is one of the ways that capitalism shapes the literal experience. Like, here, you have a content creator who wants to be able to show you something, and they fucking can't.
Well, this isn't even the thing, because it's never about money for me. I do okay, man. I'm married. I've got a kid. My wife's got a good job, and I've got an okay job. We're good. It's not about the money for me. This was like it started as a hobby, and then it kind of turned into something that I need to do.
That's cool.
But it was never ever really about the money. The money would be like a side thing, like, oh wow, I got £140 this month from Google. You know, like that maybe like $175. And I'd be like, wow, that's cool. And then the next month it would be like, oh, it never made it. It never quite got the threshold. And then, you know, sometimes you didn't get anything, and then sometimes you get a double month or whatever. But it was never about that. So this is where I'm getting to. There's a reason I'm mentioning this.
You went into it to make a change and contribute. You said that it was, someone said, just do something.
Correct. Yes. It was basically my idea, which I quickly kind of shied away from actually, but my initial idea was to kind of make my channel be all about, on YouTube, make my channel be all about the $27 thing, you know, donate, you know, that's kind of one angle I was going to take. And another, not to me, I mean, you know, make sure you go and donate to Bernie and donate to your whoever you're supporting in your local elections. And yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, you wanted to make a change, and that's originally what you were going for, was to push this stuff, right? And so you made a person. Well, yeah. So just to get this clear, you've got the one channel that's got a ton of views. Like, you're getting like 1,500 a day, and a lot of this is going
15,000.
15,000. Okay, that's a lot better. And a lot of it's going to West Wing stuff. But a lot of that,
yeah, I'd say about 85% of it was going to the West Wing, and the rest was coming to me.
And you didn't. And for those who don't know, just a summary for the people who are just joining recently. Yeah, I'm theorypleeb. My YouTube got terminated without warning or recourse, and my appeal was rejected, and it's all been very automated, and we haven't gotten any personal reach out from anybody, and there's been hundreds of tweets about this, and we haven't seen anything from YouTube. It's like Nobody's home, and so that's. But the thing that we were just saying, because this is DootSnaps, also on YouTube and Twitch, and $27 was on YouTube, but now is on Twitch. And just to clarify with you, okay, so you would get a lot of copyright strikes, but you would still leave things up even if they had the strike, or you would always take it down after the strike. Because for me, I always appealed the strike, and then those appeals got removed most of the time, which means that they were giving me a lot of bullshit strikes, and so I'd get things back, but there was about 1/5 of things that the copyright claim stayed on there. And as you were saying earlier, there's usually a message that says, you're okay, it'll be fine. You know, if any revenue is generated from the ads on this, it's going to go to the artist, though. And I've always been like, fine, whatever. But then there's sometimes, though, they would mute out a part of the video, and one of my videos got blocked in every country, and that one I had to actually like remove a portion of the middle of it, which actually you can do that now with YouTube Editor. You can go back in there and make a change like that, and then it became available again automatically afterwards, because I removed a portion of a song from some hardcore punk band where they were saying Nazi punks fuck off, and I took that out. And then all of a sudden it's available again, which is very annoying that a hardcore punk band would have a label that is that bad, but whatever. Anyway, and they apologized on Twitter, said it was, they apologized on Twitter, said sorry, it was not up to us. But anyway, so how would that work for you with copyright claims typically?
Yeah, well, you've just reminded, well, just to clarify, because there are two different types of copyright actions that you can get on YouTube. You've got a copyright claim and a copyright strike.
Okay.
Now, a copyright strike, you don't want one of them ever.
Oh, I don't know if I was getting those or not. Maybe that's why I got terminated. Yeah, no, who knows? It's not copy, pasta,
well, what happens is, well, once you get a strike, usually you get a month's demonetization, and then you'd need to reapply.
Oh, that never happened to me. Yeah, that never happened.
Right, okay. So that if you get 3 strikes, your channel gets deleted. That's what a strike is.
Yeah, I never had a strike.
A strike.
Yeah, I never had a strike.
Yeah, no, and a strike can come along. I don't know. I don't know why strikes happen. Though I got a strike once, and it was from, believe it or not, a Scottish former politician who's now a podcaster called George Galloway. Jimmy Dore was on George Galloway's radio show, and I clipped it up and put it up. It was like an hour long, and I put up a 10-minute video. It was like little clips of good bits, and I never got a copyright claim, which I believe he had an option. I think they've got options. You can either, and there's like blurbs they can read that tells them the consequences for the channel that have. So I think most people do claims because they think, well, I might make money. But he hit strike, and there's no, you know, if you appeal it and they say no, your channel's done. That's it. If you appeal it and they look into it and the other person says no, I want to withhold this strike, then your channel's finished there and then.
Oh my
so
God.
you've got to kind of agree with it, but it disappears after 3 months, and then you're fine. You're back to having 0 again. But you've got to not have many. You know, like if you get 3, you get done. Your channel's finished. But there's also like a thing where if you get so many within a year, like even though they may have dropped off, then you can lose your channel as well there. So there was that. But I never ever had any of those. Well, sorry, I had one, but that was never an issue. The copyright claims, as you say, you get the email. It would say your video's fine, and it would always say the same thing. Don't worry, you've done nothing wrong.
Right.
That's what it would say. It
always says that.
Yeah. So I'll just go back to where I was about the 3 months, the CNN stream, the 3-month ban for streaming, and the 1 month.
One other point of clarification, just to make sure. You have 2 channels at this point?
On YouTube?
Yeah. Or you just have the one?
No, just one.
Have the one. Okay, just one.
Just one.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, just one. Mm-hmm. All I had was YouTube. I didn't have Twitch yet. So the 3-month stream ban, the 1 month demonetization. So after a couple of days, the 1 month goes by and I reapply. A couple of days go by and it comes back saying what I told you. You use too much of other people's content. So I was like, Jesus Christ. Right. And it says you can reapply in 1 month. I was like, oh my God, you're fucking joking me, man. I need to wait another month. So I waited a month. A few days before the month came up, I looked through all my videos. I had 182 videos. I deleted 60 of them. I reapplied.
You deleted 60 of them. Oh my God.
Yeah. 14 minutes later, I got a decline. It said the same thing. Nothing was different. Everything said exactly the same. It's actually a pop-up on your YouTube channel. All said exactly the same thing. There was an email as well. All said exactly the same thing. So I had to wait another month. So I waited a month. And a couple of days before the date, I deleted like another 30 videos. And I'm getting a bit annoyed here. I'm starting to worry that I'm going to have to start deleting like my Bernie ads. But I stand by, they must be fair use. I'm using copyright-free music. There's like loads of these 3 to 5 second clips. They're all from news. They're all from public speeches. You know, it has to be fine.
By the way, we'll probably take a break in a moment. Well, not a break, but a break from talking, just to show an example of one of your videos. But you know, if we can, but.
Oh, I love that. That'd be great. Yeah, sure. I'll get you a link. You know, when you need to do when you need it.
Share it in the chat whenever you're ready. But you know.
Sure. So this is now me going on to the third time that I'm going to reapply. I delete about 30 more videos, and I was waiting for 5 months. Like I didn't get any reply now, so I started like after a few weeks, I started thinking, okay, it says I'm in review. Might be doing okay here. This might be it. But then more and more time would go by, and it ended up being like 4 months, 3 weeks. So I've got an email that I've kept from like 2 years ago where someone from YouTube spoke to me, and I thought, you know what, fuck it. I found the email and I replied to it. It's a guy called Nate, and I'm like, hey Nate, not spoke to you in a long time. I wonder if you can help me with something. I've been on review for 4.5 months. Don't know what's going on. I've deleted a bunch of videos. Blah blah blah. He replied.
Okay.
He said to me, hey man. Yeah, it looks like your channel isn't in a review queue. So that was the first thing. He says, I think the problem is that your watch hours doesn't represent your channel's current standing. Now you got to remember, I've deleted a ton of my videos now.
Oh my god.
I've went from 2.8 million views to 48,000 views. That's the difference. After I deleted all the videos, that's.
They killed your channel because you had too many views.
I had 200,000 watch hours, and you need to have 4,000 to be monetized. So because my channel's only got 48,000 views, it doesn't work. So I replied back saying, are you fucking kidding me? This is you moving the goal. And I'm being verbatim here. I swore and everything. I'm like, you're moving the goalposts again. Have I got to just sit and wait now for the views? Because the views maybe was dropping about 1,000 a day. It was dropping, so it'd be like 191,000 on a Tuesday, and then it'd be 190,000 on the Wednesday, and it was just going down really slow. So to get it down to where it would need to be before they would put it back into the review queue was going to take months and months. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck YouTube. I'm going to delete my channel, and I'm going to.
Oh right, I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm going to go on Twitch. Because I'd started Twitch by this point. I'd started Twitch maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I was just a bit pissed off, so I came over to see what was going on there. So about 2 days later, I got a reply from Max. Hi, David. This is Max. I'm Nate's boss. Just wanted to let you know. He kind of misspoke there. You're in a review queue. It shouldn't be too much longer. Don't be too hasty and don't delete your channel. So I'm like, okay, that seems like good news. And sure enough, 3 days later, I log into YouTube and there's a banner above my channel, a blue banner. Unique. I'm like reading it. I'm like, what's this say? It said, YouTube has made an error in displaying your watch hours. This error has now been fixed. Please click here to see your new watch hours total. And I clicked on it and it said 1,500. You need 4,000, so
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This sounds like you're being fucked
like a
with.
Kafka novel.
This sounds like you're being fucked with. But the thing is like, you know, probably by literally just, it's just the fucking bureaucracy and getting lost in the fucking in the tangle of the paperwork. But you know what? The thing is like,
yeah, I don't think there's like a smoky backfilled room with people, you know.
Here's the thing, we're both fucking Bernie people too, though, and this is political content, and we have freedom of speech, and like I just fucking feel like they should be fucking terrified of a lawsuit from people who are fucking like a part of. Literally, there's more people on our side in this country than there is fucking anyone else. Like straight up, like they should be terrified. Like we're fucking making videos for the people here. This is literally the populist like candidate right now, and we are literally going on this uphill battle against mainstream media talking points every fucking day, and they fucking gaslight us every fucking day, and then they fucking do this to us when we try to get the word out. We literally, people are like, oh, well, if you don't like the way CNN covers it, then why don't you go on YouTube? Yeah? Well, we're fucking trying, aren't we? Jesus Christ.
Can I just say something there about what you just said? See, the thing about CNN and YouTube. Now, I don't know, I never saw anybody else really talking about. I think I was one of the first people talking about this. I said this about a year and a half ago. I said, guys, I don't know if I said this to like a stream on YouTube. I says, guys, I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you notice that whenever you're watching stuff now, it's all CNN down the side. And everybody was like, I have been seeing that. Now, I actually know a little bit about CNN's channel back in the day and what it's like, the differences of what it used to be like and what it's like now. Back when maybe in 2015, 2016, CNN's channel had like 2 million subs. And each video was getting, and I'm not joking here, 2,500 views. Some would maybe get like 16,000 views. That would be like a big story. 4,000 views, and it'd been up for like 6 months. Now you go to CNN, I think they've got 8 million subs, and every video is 1 million plus, every single one. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's certainly way different. And also, there's been news articles where YouTube have admitted we're going to start pushing more mainstream news rather than independent news. They've admitted they're going to do that. So I think that's got a lot to do with what happened, but I don't think there's people doing it. I just think that's the way the algorithm's programmed.
I appreciate that you go there, because with the fact that you're watching Zeitgeist and that you're into Peter Joseph, you could have been the more conspiratorial. That's a community online. It's representative of a lot of different kinds of people, and one of the kinds of people it's representative of is a pretty paranoid mindset that blames like a couple of people in power that are pulling strings versus like the more, I would say, leftist approach, which is like, this is a system. We're having a systemic like problem here, and so from them it's probably just making business decisions and trying to like get money from CNN and like all of this stuff. It's all about money. But the thing is like the CNN and MSNBC and the Washington Post and all of this is part of the Cold War propaganda industrial complex. It's literally the Cold War propaganda complex. Like this is like, so it couldn't be more anti-Bernie.
And it doesn't necessarily, when you say Cold War, it doesn't need to be Russia. It could be anybody. War with anybody is what they want.
I don't believe the Cold War ever ended, and I believe that all of the established structures that we live in right now in the United States are Cold War structures. Like the media is owned by Cold Wars. Like it's a propaganda machine that was built to fearmonger and about socialism and tell people alternatives to capitalism are not real. Capitalist realism is not a side effect of postmodernism as though that's an ideology. It's a fucking result of a propaganda machine. It's a propaganda machine that had a vested interest in us thinking that alternatives to capitalism shouldn't be on the table. That's not open for discussion. Absolutely not. No way. So that's what I mean by that. I use it in a more general sense then. It's a broader sense for sure.
Yeah, see, when you say it, I generally think of Russia, but when you put it like that, about how, if you think of it being a Cold War against the left,
it never ended, right?
I can totally get behind that. That. You watch mainstream media and they talk about, look at what they did in 2016 when Bernie was raising the roof in a 40,000 seater stadium and they were on Trump's empty podium and Trump was making them wait. We now know this. We now know that Trump has told people that he would deliberately make them wait because he knew they would just stay on his podium and nobody would see Bernie. And yeah, the media just do it. They're just a lapdog for the stenographers for the establishment. I like that phrase.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, Theory, how much of the sort of propaganda complex that you're describing do you think is explicitly deliberate in the sense that you were explaining? And how much of it do you think is just an implicit structure that forms within capitalism as a defense response?
As a sort of like, because the thing is with neoliberalism, like it could so much of that can be driven just by this is what happens, that markets, drive things and all that, But the thing is like COINTELPRO was a thing. Like we know that our intelligence agencies like have have this bias where they call it just extremes, and so they say, oh, we went after the KKK too. Yeah, but you assassinated Black Panthers, you fucking, you know, like, you go and you purposely, like, do everything you can to undermine socialism in other countries when it's, you know, democratic. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And so it's like, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess it's easier. It's definitely a lot easier to say, well, there's some of both. Right? Like there's purposeful like state interests involved. And the thing is like there's people in the state who try to push back, I'm sure, you know. But then there's like this system and just like capital and capital's interest, right? And that's kind of beyond the capitalists. But the billionaires are the ones who own the media. Right, and these are the same.
Capital will always win.
Not to be too. So that's the thing is like I would prefer to focus on capital rather than anything that gets into conspiratorial territory because then people's brains just go to like, oh, tinfoil hats or whatever. But it's like, look, billionaires live on a different level, like strata. Like they're the ones who are hanging out with Epstein. And guess what? I don't think that's because they're all in a pedophile network necessarily. I think it's because at that level of society, it's like they all know that they're pretty corrupt in their own ways.
I like how that's the first assumption people make. Sorry, is just the, oh yes, every single one of these people is in a secret network of pedophiles, which they came, you know, there was the QAnon thing, but the thing is, it's like, right, but the actual reason is because they're all like billionaires and they all know each other.
Exactly.
Like, yes, they're all conspiring with each other to do bad things, but that's because they're billionaires, not because they're necessarily all pedophiles or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Exactly.
We can just say that.
So that's how I like to talk about
mean,
it,
is it? Yeah. By the way, I've just linked an ad into your general chat section in your Discord.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll pull that up. One thing I wanted to say, DootSnaps, is can you make like the snow area that I see from up here? You probably have eyes on screen. Can you make that all black? Like obsidian?
What do you mean by that? Oh, you want me to replace all the snow with obsidian?
Oh, you put the snow there?
No. I did not put the snow there.
Okay, yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, obsidian.
Okay, yeah, I can do that really
spray
easily.
it.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
All right, anyway, so do you want to watch this video first, or do you want to keep talking tie it back to where we were at? Dave.
Oh, you're talking to me?
David.
No, I mean, I think I was pretty much done. So basically, I came to the conclusion, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to start again. I'm quite looking forward to the challenge. I mean, I think I'm at 15 subs right now or something. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll keep going. And I get to control everything a little bit better, what I'm putting up. And the problem was, by the way, that I never got to mention, this is really, really important. When you're demonetized, you're back-paged. Just, that's it, you're back-paged. And I tested this in so many ways. I kind of know how many people had the bell on. So I put a video up, and over 2 days, it would get like between 50 and 100 views, and that was the bell people. And then the video, and lots of comments and all that, and the videos would just disappear. 0 views in like days and days and days, and then maybe 1 view, and then nothing. And that's maybe just someone coming in and looking for it specifically. So that was pissing me off, because I know how it works, and I know what makes your I mean, I've already seen it with my new channel. I've seen a video get up and do a little bit better than I expect, than I was used to, I should say. So I deleted the fucker. I just got rid of it. Started again. But yeah, what I'm going to basically do is keep doing the Bernie ads and the PMVs, but I'm going to do what I do on Twitch as well. And maybe if there's the odd little compilation we can take from Twitch and put it up on YouTube, we'll do that. If there's little things like, I don't know, we'll see. But
well, like this conversation alone, you know what I mean? I'll just take this clip. It'll go up on the channel. You could always use it. I always say that to other content creators. Maybe I forget to say it sometimes, but it's generally the truth. Is if you are... Oh, wait a minute. Am I not screen share? Oh, fuck. Goddamn boomer. Here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me
Boomer.
Let me share.
Boomer.
I was playing Minecraft. I mean, not that anyone cares, but I'll put it back on the screen. What was I saying about... I just like suddenly realized, I was like, oh, no one can see anything.
Well, I just wanted to say I really appreciate getting to talk about this, because I've spoke about it many times on my streams, but never in such detail from start to finish.
Oh yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Well, now we have that clip. Yeah, and I was gonna say, if you want this, this footage, just let me know.
You can get it through the VOD or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's fine.
Yeah, so this is the first time you really just laid it out, huh?
Yeah, I've spoke about, like, because obviously as I'm talking about it, it's talking to the stream about things that have just happened. And then, maybe some new people come in a week later and they ask, and then you maybe talk about it again. But then a few months might go by and then it's a different thing that's going on. And so it's all over the place. So to get to talk about it from start to finish was good. So yeah, thanks for that.
Totally. Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for sharing. I mean, yeah, because you said it was never really about the money anyway, and they basically made it impossible to work for. That they basically made it. YouTube made it impossible to promote Bernie and progressive politics. They made it so frustrating, and they blocked. There was so much obstruction that you literally had to quit. Because this is the thing, it doesn't have to be intentional. We can just look at the effects. The practical effects are two fucking Bernie people, very engaged. I'd slow grown a community like with video essays that were coming out on average every few weeks. But like, it was more like I'd do a video essay every week sometimes, and then there'd be like a dry period where I'm working on writing a bunch. And I was trying to find routine, but moving around a lot. So really, like for me though, I wasn't focusing on timely stuff very often. I kind of experiment with that and just see what kind of a difference it made with views and things like that. But the fact is I was a lot more interested in making videos about specific things. So it's like concentration camps, like at the border. Oh, should they be called concentration camps? Well, that gives me an opportunity to talk about Giorgio Agamben's homo soccer or something. You know what I mean? And so like I try to tie it in, but the point is when I say slow grew, there's a way that I could like grow something really fast. I really like just wanted to like have some video essays that I could be proud of, because I want to be able to teach media literacy and video production in a few years. I kind of am already, but like, I really want to be able to teach it in a few years. And so this was practice because I think that video essays are a new form of literacy, and that a lot of people feel most of their frustration when we talk about cancel culture and all that shit, like most of the frustration, people defending and people not, is like, they're not actually getting their voices out. And I think that once people are able to get their own voices out, like I have this utopian view that things will get a little bit better, at least in that way. And so,
okay.
So that's what I was working on, right? But the thing is I was doing Bernie stands the whole time, and I would still put up Bernie stuff. So, I've been terminated, and you're a Bernie person, and it was the opposite. You grew, and you were having fun. You didn't have to do it like it was a profession, but you got a ton of views for a while.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I had comments from people in a Richard Ojeda ad that I made saying, I came here from the West Wing videos you've made. I live in West Virginia. I didn't really know about this guy, and I'm going to vote for him. I swear. I got a comment. My Richard Ojeda ad got 10,000 views in like 3 weeks running up to his election, and there was people in the comments told me they were voting for him. And I was just like, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Like, I was amazed. Like, and I followed him on Facebook. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going to send it to him, but I'm going to share it like underneath my comments, because Richard Ojeda puts videos up regularly. I'm just ranting at the camera. So I stuck it under and I waited. And the very first notification I got was blah, 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 Ojeda hearted your comment. And I looked at it and it was his wife. So I was like, yes, there's no way he's not seen this then, because she'll have showed him it. So even that was just a buzz to know that he probably saw it. But yeah, man, 10,000 views that video had, and that was one of the ones that I was most gutted to leave behind, because how can I put that back up? You know what I mean? It's gone. It was 2 years ago. I guess I could put it up and just like put archive in parentheses after it or something, but
it's just not the same, Well, and that's the thing is, like, I'm going to be premiering one of my best essays on. See, but the thing is I built my channel up to a really crucial point, and people followed my genesis from like really, really tacky, kind of goofy, kind of empty content, because I was too focused on I was learning too many things at once, and I was really focusing on learning green screen and all this stuff that I thought I was going to fuck with, but I eventually didn't, because that was a part of the library that I was near. But like I was
right.
Like, people had seen this kind of genesis, and they followed my work up until this point. People had been seeing me progress. And then I dropped Distracted Friends 1, and it was like, we just turned a chapter. Like, that was an achievement. I just went up like 3 notches as far as like like what it is to do a video essay, right? Like that was a big deal. Kind of like my game essay or my Joe Rogan Gillette essay. All of those ones were the ones that I put a lot of work, not just into like, oh, I did a little bit of collab with some other people or whatever, but like, no, these were like, there was always like 100 new things that I just learned that I packaged into a video. You know what I mean? And like, so I was like always proud. And then people were like, whoa, like, whoa. Like one of the things I had a green screen in Minneapolis and a green screen in Boise, Idaho for 2 different people who were being interviewed. And both the people being interviewed were acting, reading off of a script for a play that I'd written where they're in conversation. And there were 2 cameras on each of them. So I had 4 cameras on 2 people in 2 different cities who were having a conversation with one another. But when we had
with green screens,
and I made it look like they're sitting, and I made it look like they're in the same room. And
that's
you know what
amazing.
I mean? So that's what I'm saying, like I level up, right? And so I had like all of these definitive moments, but the thing is if I just drop like the leveled up version onto YouTube and like 50 people see it now, it's just like not the same, because before I built up to that point, and then all of these people who saw me shitty or, you know, saw my potential, but I wasn't quite there, are all like, damn, you've been putting work into this. And I'm like, yes, because for me, it's a very artistic thing just as much as it's helping me think through the issues that I'm writing about. But most, like 90% of my stuff is like thinking through or talking about, because some of these were interviews with, you know, people. You know, I had 3 kinds of interviews: plebes, peers, and professors. And you know, and so those are 3 kinds of conversation. But then there's like thinking through things. That's the essay. But the most important part about this is that the essays were turning into their own like playlists, right? Because I have one on time energy, I have one on distracted friends, I have one on, and like these are all about capitalism from an existential standpoint, about interrelationships, about self-actualization and how that's undermined by capitalism, you know, and like trying to explain why and how through an existential phenomenological lens. And, you know, it's, and a lot of it's like intro to philosophy stuff as well. And the thing is like Big Mood in my platform capitalism video also, which was about the Facebook boost feature and how that ruined Facebook organizing for organizers. Like all of these things, which kind of like is literally just like everything going on right here just plays into all this stuff that I was already studying. And I was already working on sequels and like I had Distracted Friends 2. I made Distracted Friends 2. I made Time Energy 2. I was working on Big Mood 2 and 3. I had like a bunch of other sequels already coming up as well. So we were just getting to this point with my channel, just getting there, where it was about to be like, I've officially laid the groundwork. I basically know the things that I want to know. Now we can actually begin building something really cool. And then that was basically when the strike happened. And it's like, fuck, guys. Like, come on. Like, what?
That's brutal when you're just starting to gain some momentum.
Yeah.